Hi, I'm Christian.
And I'm Vera.
From LR Time. And in this episode, we fix the most annoying problem of a Land Rover Discovery 4 TDV6 and SDV6, the reduced performance issue.
But I'm not so sure about if we fixed it yet.
Hope you enjoy the video.
He's gonna blow up his new mall crawler.
No, this is a scientific test, of course. NASA couldn't do that any better, okay? So I removed here the manifold absolute pressure sensor because that gets me a really nice access hole. And I took a regular fitting and put an O-ring around it. And I'm using my smoke generator, what I built out of your canoeing container.
I already got me a new one.
And I'm injecting now smoke into the intake system, and it now of course distributes all the way around this brand new for me mall crawler engine until it gets of course to over here.
Look at that.
Here,
there's a
this
leak.
is not showing the leaks. This is where it's important, okay? It goes all the way to the air intake. So it goes through the airbox, and of course it leaks on the bottom of the airbox because
the vent is...
there is a membrane to let water out.
Yeah.
That's not important. What's important is that I don't see any leaks here on the valve covers. Okay?
Oh yeah, I love
because
that.
These leaks will cause the reduced performance fault message on a Land Rover Discovery 4 engine, okay? Which really sucks. And that's the easiest way to check this. Now the smoke is gone, okay, baby oil smoke.
Yeah,
So,
if you don't know what we're talking about,
no
check
leak
out
here?
our video about the air intake leak test.
Yes. Oh, look there. Look there. You got a huge leak.
Yeah, hurry up
You got
because here...
you got a huge leak here too. Look at this.
I'm never ever gonna drive this car.
But going into this spot here just makes it really easy because you can use a standard air connection fitting, see, with an O-ring. Let me do one more thing in addition.
Oh, he's wasting time, taking forever.
If I want to check the entire system of the Discovery 4 diesel engine, I also have to actuate the turbocharger bypass valve, which sits here in the front corner. And I do that by actuating it here with vacuum, connecting it to this line here, see?
Yeah.
And see when you listen now to the valve?
Do it again.
There it is, exactly.
You gotta be quiet.
Yeah, it's down there, yeah?
Yeah, you hear it?
This way, I'm also passing my smoke through the secondary turbocharger coming up this line here. If I want to now investigate in detail which line is leaking, I could block these off individually, yeah?
Yeah.
To make sure I'm still getting smoke, yes?
Yeah, but there's still smoke coming out of
Yeah,
the...
that's good.
so I know.
So this car does not have a leak, okay? It also doesn't go in reduced performance mode, but there is a friend coming this afternoon and we're gonna investigate his car. He's having reduced performance issues. I tested the setup here quickly so I don't get all embarrassed later.
So now it looks like he's gonna blow up Rainer's Discovery 4.
Here's the leak, okay, pretty clearly somewhere from this intake manifold here. Right hand bank. This bank is all good. This bank is leaking. So what we're gonna do is remove a couple of things so we can see it better. Both manifolds suffer from a weak spot in the plastic casting. And what I did now is I took this rubber piece off here, which is relatively easy to get off. No bolts, no nothing. You're just careful, don't rip anything. Here, you can actually see right here at the corner where my fingertip is. You can see the crack. We're gonna inject now one more time smoke, and I bet that's where the smoke is coming out. Typically, this is now a Land Rover at least 11-hour repair, so it's gonna cost you about, I would say, $2.5 grand to do that. You can introduce, by working on such a cramped engine, a lot of secondary problems. So in this episode, you're gonna see a LR time fix for this. I wanna say a trail fix. I think the way we fix it, you could fix it right out there on the Simpson Desert Trail. Or
I have everything.
Road. But before we start, we're gonna make it one more time visible with smoke. First of all, I take here the manifold pressure sensor out very carefully. I got this looped a little bit so it slips in and out. My smoke generator, and I got like a little nozzle machined here, okay? And that nozzle has an O-ring, and I can stick it in here. Look, it seals with an O-ring. And in my smoke generator, which we have a smoke generator video what you can watch to see the inside of this thing, but it's really simply done. It's just a wire inside and a wick and baby oil. I connect this to his battery here. Now I gotta wait a moment. Press it. Okay, there's the smoke, see? And I gotta give it quite some volume now to make this visible. And now we'll wait for the smoke to appear here and see if we are correct, if this is the problem. It's coming from this corner of the manifold. See that? Pretty clear. It feeds the smoke back all the way to the intake, and then you see it leaking here, which is the membrane below the airbox, right?
Yes.
What is that trail called where a grumpy old man just went across with his buddies?
I think they went on the Canning stock route.
That's right. So you can do a trail repair on the Canning stock route using the LR time method. And that other trail where Chrisley and Bear just went up?
Telegraph Road, and they went all the way up to, what is that island? I don't know.
You can fix that in Namibia this way. You will see it will work. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut open this rubber insulator. Okay, it's really soft. Look how it goes through, just like skin. I'm cutting this open here. Okay, potentially so that I can reuse it. Now I'm making a cut down here. Okay, this is now heart surgery cut again. And Rainer looks not so worried actually. And I'm gonna cut right here through the center of this thing. Not in any kind of cables or so. See, there? You gotta imagine now, of course, there's wind blowing in the desert. And there's some kangaroos hopping by. And all this will disturb you a little bit. But still, you know, your buddies are hanging around you, drinking that beer. In the Simpson Desert, you can drink beer while driving.
Yeah, I always also have beer in my car.
I already broke the first hose off here.
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
so that
First
would
thing
make
he opened
things-
when he opened the hood, the first thing he broke.
See, I can now pull this section out here. It's really stuck. And I probably won't get this back in.
My car doesn't have junk like that.
So, now I got here this entire corner exposed.
That is where the crack is.
We're gonna give it one more time smoke now with the insulator out of the way.
Yes, what about that thingy that's open here?
We're gonna close that up.
Keep those caps like the diesel filter. You need them at one point. Coming from here, you see?
Okay, let me check here, Vera. Thank you. So we're gonna bend a reinforcement here out of 1 millimeter sheet metal. You would just cut that in the Simpson Desert out of your fender. Your fender is 1 millimeter sheet metal aluminum on a Discovery, so you got plenty of that stuff. Okay, no complaining here. So now we're gonna cut this and then we're gonna bend it.
I think it's too small.
As long as you don't say that in the bedroom. This is already, you know, getting there.
Yeah, you need to...
This is already getting there, but it's not done yet. And because we're not in the Simpson Desert, we're going to do this a little better as necessary, okay? Until it fits here perfectly. Pretty darn good.
Yeah, and it's not too short? You gotta use a Toyota tool.
Buddy's Land Cruiser and bend this over his fender. Okay, with your hammer. Don't worry, he won't mind. This is all legal trail repair. Now we got this piece now in this shape, just very basic. I'm gonna give it now a little bit of rounding and polishing, and then we make a test fit. Then we rough up the inner surface, clean it outside with a scraper, and then we take some special German glue to put this on, which everybody has in the Simpson Desert with him. I mean, Vera would have it with her. In the Simpson Desert, of course, you don't have a nice grinder like this. You just gotta file that in the evening on the bonfire. So I'm cleaning the surface with acetone Okay?
Yeah, I don't have acetone with me.
Yeah, you can use acetone from your girlfriend, you know, whose acetone is nail polish. Gotta get this around the corner, that's the idea. Stupid fuel line is in the way.
Yeah.
And we're gonna grind this with some really rough sandstone, okay? You just rub it on... Yeah, you rub it on a sandstone there in the Simpson Desert.
Oh, in the Simpson Desert, okay.
Of course, I don't have a sandstone, so I'm using here. See, this is really rough, this is like 40 grit. So it comes close to a sandstone. You do that on a barn fire, you're gonna be okay.
So he has been going at it for a while now.
Yeah, I want it completely clean. Okay.
Can't you use our grinder inside?
No, it needs to be authentic.
Oh my god. Moved over to the engine. He's grinding the intake manifold.
So I'm going around in circles, okay? Just because going straight would be too boring.
Yes, I'm bored also.
Now I gotta get this corner, okay? Because the crack is in the corner and I wanted to bond around the corner. I know it looks in the video like it's 2 minutes, but Vera already was 2 times at the restroom and had to eat something.
But I'm thirsty. And I'm wearing short pants. I don't know what to make of it. It looks really detailed.
There is a little rib which I spared out here. You could probably file this rib away and it would even bond better. There is like a curve coming here, so I cut this in and bend it up a little bit, and now it sits nicely flat in there. And I have this surface and this surface to bond. The crack is up here in this area. It's like on the upper edge. So I got about 1/2 inch down here and more than 1/2 inch up here.
No comments because of acetone, and Christian didn't wear any gloves. Your wives don't wear gloves either.
We're using Yoo-hoo 2-component epoxy adhesive. So we're gonna use plenty of this now. See how it mixes through,
So
going
how
through
much time
this.
do you have?
Going through 20 minutes.
Got it at Aldi.
Because we got only one chance. We don't want to run out of glue. Now I'm gonna mix this up, even so it's already mixed.
It's mixing.
We're gonna put this stuff in a real good coat onto the manifold. That's where the hole actually is here. Use plenty of it. Put it in that corner. Also round the corner.
You know what he's doing.
So now the rest I'm gonna put on the aluminum pieces.
Yeah, I'm sorry the light is flickering, but...
So plenty of it, see? We want it soaked in this.
You remember you have a small piece.
Yeah, I keep some spare. Okay, and here I snap it into place. There, see? That looks really nice. It came out on all corners. Now I make the second piece on. So I got like a little extension piece here. And see how nicely it comes around?
I hope so.
Okay, now we gotta drink beer for 4 hours. Which is easy in the Simpson Desert.
You can see the trail repair. Going for a vacuum hose, and Christian puts all hoses in a box. That's not a hose. Hoses in a ZF transmission box.
That's what I was looking for. So we're doing a second smoke test now. This is already cured at least a little bit. We want to make sure that there is no second leak. This is from over here.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
We don't want to confuse that with the smoke over there. So it's filled with smoke, as we can see here. And it's always coming from underneath the airbox. And of course, this is now not under pressure. How is that one? See here? But this one isn't leaking yet. I'm surprised that you're not completely tired yet. We're on a test drive now, and we heated up the car to 100 degrees oil temperature, so it got the full operating temperature, and Rainer just tried to provoke the error, which was pretty easy before, and now he's not able to provoke it anymore. But I'm quite sure this glue is not heat resistant enough long term. So this is only a Simpson Desert Trail fix to get home. If you duplicate this fix, it's not going to be very permanent because of the temperature. 2-component epoxy is rated only for up to 100 degrees centigrade. And I'm sure we get more like 150 to 160 in the front. And this little aluminum piece of sheet metal will probably hold up a while, but not forever. It needs to be a fix which avoids taking off the valve cover, because taking the valve cover down is a 10-hour job. And most people do it body off. So this...
Oh, it's dangerous when 70-year-old women cross the road.
Run over the road. If I would do this repair again, I would use definitely JB Weld. I would not use that epoxy. Just the specs of JB Weld are better, okay? It's more temperature resistant, it doesn't flow away, it's easier to mix, it's well suitable for that type of plastic, I'm pretty sure. If it leaks again on Rainer's car, he's gonna show up again, and then we're gonna rip off the old epoxy and put JB Weld on.
Now that we have JB Weld at home.
Correct. Also, I bought a plastic welder, okay? One of those plastic metal crimpers, okay?
Yeah.
Where you put in a little metal clip by heating it up and you push it into the plastic. Anyhow, I bought one of those. I haven't tested how this behaves on this type of plastic, but I'm pretty sure with the one I have, I can actually get in there and put a couple of those crimps in and reinforce that area before putting on the aluminum bracer.
Yeah.
So that would be my goal, to repair it like this next time. If he's got a leak again, hopefully you can get around taking the valve cover off on your Discovery 4. Fix it the same way we did. Just take your time when you make that piece of sheet metal. It gotta fit like a cast. Taking that valve cover off on a Discovery 4 is a 10-hour job, and there is a high risk of you breaking stuff, causing secondary problems. And that completes our video this week. Hope you enjoyed it a lot. If you do like this video, please think about subscribing, and in any case, don't unsubscribe. And we thank our Patreons a lot for their support. And
We'll see you next Sunday.
very well. But there is an energy crisis in Germany, and they made an exception, and tonight the lights are on in the castle. I was in the castle with you. Can we go home now?
It's magical. That's just the most wonderful time. It's Christmas market in Germany, in Lichtenberg, in our town, and Christian is not amused.
Did you film all that useless Christmas stuff?
Yes. So I actually bought one of the bigger ones once when Robin was little. And he took a tumbler when he was like 6 years old and broke it the next day.
That's what happens to useless Christmas stuff.
But that's our town. And it's the first time we have a Christmas market since Corona. 2019 was the last time.
COVID saved me 2 times from this.
We took a mall crawler picture recently right over there, a thumbnail.
So this old barn was renovated now 2 years. This barn was already built before Australia and America was discovered. Now electricity is kind of short in Germany, so they only have like 1 watt lights. We're in our old woodworking shop here in my home village. I was already touring this shop when I was 4 years old. Back in the day they made windows and doors here. Today that's made in Poland, so we're back to basic tools and wheels.
Christian is drinking Glühwein out of a grenadier cup. How cool is that?